Welcome back to Board Games Christians Can Play. Today I am featuring the newest game in my collection. I got it a couple weeks ago, and it is Uwe Rosenberg's and Tito Lorenz's latest game. It's called Black Forest. It was a huge investment for me. I had sticker shock when I found it in the store, but I want to tell you straight up, I love this game. Like I said, I'm new to board games as of last year in 2024, and I'm just overwhelmed by the incredible games that there are out there. This Black Forest is so strategic, so many options to make it work for you. Anyways, let's start from the beginning. The theme is you are a glass maker in the 1200s in the Black Forest in Germany. And the neat thing is, I did not know this history about the Black Forest, but it was heavily wooded back then. And so people were able to make glass, deplete all the wood resources, and then move on to another section of the forest. So that's what you're doing in this game. You're collecting resources, sand and water and wood and charcoal, and making glass, and then you're removing, chopping down your forest, clearing land for pasture, and moving your glass hut somewhere else, and developing a farm, I guess. So let's start with what you get. Each player gets a player board. This is your glass hut. So to set up your domain, you can tell this has a forest. So you put down these cardboard pieces, and each forest can house a hog. But you collect them. You don't start with them right away. You collect them throughout the game. And you also get 2 fields and 2 ponds. And the game board tells you that. You also have the ability to, this is a corral, and you can house 2 cows in there. Animals score you points, but only if you have pastures. And so this is a pasture. And you put your animals on there. It can either be 3 hogs or 3 cows. But you gain those throughout the game as well. You don't start with them. So you have 3 extra spaces in order to fill up more resources. Also, there's this neat resource wheels. This left one is for the glass making, and the right one is for cooking. So to go over briefly, this is bricks. You'll be using bricks in the game. This is your glass, your stained glass. This is sand, charcoal, water, wood. Let's move this better so you can see it. You start with 2 provisions. This is a commodity, porridge, meat, and charcoal. This is the village where you go to hire tradespeople. You move your worker guy around, and then you take the actions on both sides of the tiles. So this one says I have to remove a forest, and then I would get 4 wood. And so I would move 4 wood up on my resource wheel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have 7 wood. See, here it tells you what your resources have. Let's say I got a sand. So I move my meeple here, and I can get 1 sand for 2 ponds. I have 2 ponds, so I get 2 sands. Now there's this empty space here. So my dial has to turn. All of a sudden, my glass piece is now worth 1, but now my supplies are worth less. So that makes it really interesting when you get resources and you have to move your wheel or you spend resources. It's a fine balancing act. In a 2-player game, there is a neutral player, and he kind of blocks where you can go. Like if I wanted to go into this village and he is there, I would have to spend something on my wheel in order to go there. So I'll give a water. Or if the other person was there, I would have to give each person a resource. So you kind of don't want to be in the same village too much as somebody else is in. To travel along from village to village, you have to spend a provision. It tells you on the board the pathways that you can go and how many provisions that you have to spend. So these are your provisions, so you have to move them on your dial here. You want to purchase buildings to put into your domain to build it up. And these tell you what kind of resources you can get. For instance, this one will provide me hogs, this one cows, this one pastures, fields, etc., points. And each house, each building has victory point values on it. And the left side of the building tells you the resources that you have to spend in order to purchase that building. These are big buildings worth a lot of points at the end of the game, but they are harder to get. Also, there are jobs that you bring into the game. Once you've knocked your resource wheel off, you trigger this key thing and you bring out a job. And you put it in the appropriate spot where it's labeled. This one goes on this spot. And for this one, you need 5 water, but then you get a provision in that you get to build for free. You get to take a building of your choice for free. So that's a really good one. Each of these different tiles is so interesting and gets you so many different resources. And there's a traveling tradesperson you can pay to move this to any spot on the player board to help you out. Once you advance your glass piece to the top, you get to bring out a new part of your estate, and you bring this down, but this board is now worth 2 points at the end of the game. And you add new pastures. The manual tells you at the back what all the different houses do and the tiles, and it's a very good resource. And this game was very easy to play, to learn and play. I have played it with 2 players, 3 players, and 4 players now, and I love it at all player counts. I haven't investigated the solo mode on it yet, but it's neat. It does have a solo playthrough as well. That is the game in a very brief summary. I can highly recommend it. And it teaches us to be good stewards and resourceful and hard workers, and this is all biblical principles. And so I definitely give this game a 2-fish rating. I hope that you would be able to try it. I wish I could play it with you. This is my 4th Uwe Rosenberg game that I own, and I must say I really like his games. All the ones that I have so far I just love. And I am so glad to have gotten my hands on this game. I hope you will give it a try. God's blessings upon you, and may your games bring you joy, and I will see you again in the next video.